God bless you. I welcome once again to my TV Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. This is part 36 of Christianity versus religious / political colonization in Africa. Africa is the case example on this topic, but it has to do with the global affairs. But Africa is the case example in regard to this topic. Africa is the focus. So in this part 36, I will be playing a video extracted from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brokers, one of his brokers. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. So I am making this part 36 to affirm my stand of clarity and the proper comprehension to the issue in regard to the misconception of most Africans and the misconceptions of the IPOB freedom fighting organization led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is not about disrespect. It is not about direct contention for any reason, but it is about bringing clarity and proper understanding to everything that has happened in the past and that are still happening in the present. Because as it stands, all of you know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu had strategically been propagating about the ending of Christianity in Africa, and to be precise, in Biafra land, due to his grievance in regard to what the supposedly Christianity had done against the Biafrans, in regard to what the supposedly Christian missionaries or Christians as a whole have been doing, starting from the colonial era until this day in Biafra land, that is against the Biafra. So, through his grievance and many other cases that are not torchlighted, hidden motives, there have been propagation against the ending of Christianity in Biafra land. So that is what I have come here to correct, to debunk, to bring the clarity and proper comprehension to what had happened. So in this short video that I'm going to play, which should be less than 4 minutes, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still exclaiming about how Frederick Lugard, the man who led the British colonization of Nigeria and the rest of the Anglophone African countries, how Frederick Lugard imposed Christianity on the Biafra lands and the entire Africa, where all the places they have colonized. In addition, the same Frederick Lugard and his company supported Islam, supported the Muslims, to help them impose Islam also on the Africa for their selfish interest. So this factor being the fundamental stand for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's grievance, and this grievance had been transferred to the majority of the IPOB members against Christianity, against us the Christians. Even while I was still agitating for Biafra, most of you may not know that I have agitated for Biafra. I was still facing that opposition, which they know. So the debunking of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's misconception, misteaching about Christianity in relation to Biafra and Africa as a whole, I didn't start just now. I have started it long ago, even while I was in the IPOB broadcasting in favor of Biafra I was there, I was still opposing them. And there have never been a good time in relation to this with the entire IPO. So that is a different case altogether. However, my channel, even while in IPOB and right now, is all about speaking the truth to the authority, to justice, to fairness, to leadership, without fear or without favor. Just saying the things the way they are. It doesn't matter whom it may offend and whom it may favor. It is about establishing the reality and the proper awareness, informing the people rightly for people to understand exactly what's going on and what has gone on in the past, so that we know the direction we are going from where we are, so that we will not be misguided in the past and still be misguided in the present time, and not jeopardize the future of all of us. So that is the reason I am making this video. So before I will conclude on this video, on this program, I will play that video so that we will hear from the masses, from the office mouth, what Mazen Nambekano has said in the video that I'm going to play. Then I will analyze it briefly. The program will then come to an end as usual. Here we go.
Britain never touched Islam when they came. They came to our place and they shot us to death. If you don't want to convert to Christianity, they kill you by force. As they say very crudely, by force or by fire. They say, you must be a Christian. They killed us. Frederick Lugard beheaded almost over 90 clan chiefs and used their heads as trophy. Lugard that gave you one idea. And I want that very photograph circulated to Nigerians to show them who created them. That is why I say that the zoo is devilish and monstrous. I want that picture of Frederick Lugard with the heads of black people. With the heads of black people. I want that to be circulated. I want that circulated. Very, very important. No British weapons in Boko Haram hands. That is a lie, according to Britain. Of course, there are British weapons there. Britain is in support of Islam. Anywhere there is Islamizing people, you see Britain, they support Islam. They have been at the forefront of the defense of Islam for very long time. Britain, they went to Awasan and they never touched people. Awasan said, no, we don't want our children to go to your school. This Boko Haram, no to Western education, it started since all time immemorial. When they went there, Awasan said, Boko Haram, we don't want your education. Britain said, okay, there is no problem. Can you look after this oil for us? Awasan said, yes. Britain said, okay, we are going to hand over these people to you. Biafra will give Biafra. Already you have taken Yoruba. Yoruba is Akam, and they're not strong. Biafra will give it, but in return, we come and take oil and will not pay for it. Till today, Britain comes, takes oil, and they don't pay for it. They have their own oil, but they come, they pack their tanker, they load it up, they steam away. They are dealing hours, and then somebody will come to Bayelsa. Somebody will come to Rivers and tell you, oh, you are not Igbo. Igbo man is your problem. So that tanker that has just loaded oil now, that way, that is stealing away, is it not by an Igbo man? I'm asking those in Nigeria. That tanker that I've just loaded now, leaving the shores of Biafra land with oil, laden with crude oil, is that tanker owned by the Igbo man? The answer is no. Who owns it? Hausa man. And then they're telling you an Igbo man is your, and you believe them. Foolish people. Now they are turning around and now telling Igbo people, oh, remember that Niger Delta betrayed you before. They will betray you again. Are you sure they won't betray you? If you go to war, they won't betray you. Okay, so before it was their turn to receive that Igbo will do this to them. Now it's our turn to say they will betray. Rubbish. We are one people. You have been lying to us and lying and lying and lying because of your preponderance, media preponderance. Britain never touched Islam.
Britain never touched Islam. Britain imposed Christianity. Frederick Lugard beheaded over 99 royal leaders from Biafra land and across Africa. This is Lost and Their Problems. This is my book with the title Lost and Their Problems. It is the loss of Frederick Lugard and the Britain, the colonizers from among the Britain. It is their loss that led them into colonizing others. Everything about colonization is sourced from lust, from greediness. Colonization is a systemic robbery. It is infection. It is covetousness. It is stealing. It is all about imposition of everything. That is what colonization stands about. However, I want us to understand who is this Frederick Lugard and who are the Britain who came to colonize the Biafrans, to colonize Africa, to impose the Christianity and Islam by supporting Muslims. According to Mazen Nambekano, whosoever that never believed in Christianity, they shot to death. I'm not saying that it never happened, but what I want you to understand, to be sure of what has taken place in the whole event, is that Frederick Lugard was never a Christian. Frederick Lugard was never a Christian. And all of the people who participated in the colonization were never Christians. I have been saying this repeatedly, and I am so sure of it. It is only that the most of our people are still ignorant about the modus operandi of Christianity, of Jesus Christ, and of the Christian disciples, of which I am one. No Christian imposed Christianity on anybody. Rather, colonizers disguised themselves as part of the Christians to be imposing their mayhem on the people, on the Africans. So, Frederick Lugard's operation has nothing to do with Christianity. He is part of those that Jesus had declared that will come after his departure, that will begin to cause mayhem, be deceiving and deceiving people, misleading, and doing things he never asked anybody to do, using his name, using the name of Christianity, hiding under the umbrella of Christianity, because Christianity has powerful global influence, global effectiveness that almost everybody wanted to embrace. So they hide under it. And as I speak, Frederick Lugard was a cultist. He was demonic. All of his comrades, they were all occultists. These are the people I tell you that we are the pirates, the buccaneers, the occultic group who formed the colonizers, who became the colonizers and began to colonize people from all around the world. It is not only the Britain, all of the people who colonize people, who colonize others from all over Europe and from America, they were all occultists. They were all occultists. No Christian, no genuine Christian will ever support Islam against Christianity. At most, the genuine Christian may say, okay, the Muslims, just be doing your own thing. Let us be doing our own thing. No genuine Christian will even allow Islam to mingle, to join Christianity in oppression. One must live for one. And we never impose Christianity on anybody. Neither should genuine Christians accept Islam. It doesn't happen anywhere. It had never happened. And Jesus Christ never imposed Christianity on anybody. Jesus Christ is our role model. So when people are talking about Christianity, let us, or whatever the Christians are acting, let us transfer that act to comparison with the act and the lifestyle and the teachings of Jesus Christ. Then to evaluate them to know whether they are practicing the Christianity Jesus Christ had introduced or they are doing something else. Whether those practitioners are Christians or they are other people disguising themselves to be Christians. These are the things we must be looking into. Jesus Christ gives the church, his disciple, what we call the Great Commission. The Great Commission is saying, go ye into the world, into all nations, make disciples among them, make Christian disciples among them. He never said, go and impose Christianity. Discipleship begins with preaching and teaching. You preach, you teach to the people who just what I am doing. They will hear the gospel. Those who are interested with the gospel should come to us. Then we work together. We work on them to transform them, for them to have the proper understanding of what Christianity is, of human relationship with God, the purpose of our existence, what God has sent us into this world to do. So it is by conviction, it is not by violence. Jesus Christ never asked us to use machetes, to use guns, to use jet fighter on anybody or any people. He never asked us to impose on them. He said, by conviction, by preaching and teaching conviction, may we make disciples of all nations, teaching them according to all he has taught us. And when they accept to become part of us, may we baptize them in the name of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. That is what the Great Commission, and that is how Christianity has gone global since ever then. Before Frederick Lugard and the rest of them began their colonization, Christianity had been in existence for over 1,500 years before then. So these are intruders. Christianity has been doing the genuine work even in Europe. Christianity was not born in Europe. Jesus Christ was not born in Europe. Rather, Christianity was exported into Europe. Then the Parthians among the Europeans hijacked the system, then disguising themselves to be part of us. They began to hide under the umbrella of Christianity to be colonizing others. So the genuine Christians from Europe are not the colonizers. Rather, they were the people who brought the true message. The true message of Christianity was available while colonization was still ongoing. So these two parties, the colonizer and the genuine Christian missionary, we are in battle of who will take over the land. But due to armed forces, due to the force of the ammunition, the colonizers were prevailing. Even the colonizers were killing most of the genuine Christian missionaries who wanted to stop that colonization. Then they began, when they were killing the genuine one, they were producing their own fake ones to take over the job. and support their colonization. So that is how everything has happened. Then the Britain and the Fulanis, all of those people, excavating and taking the crude oil from the Biafra land. That is as a result of their lost materialism, stealing, taking over other people's things by force, by trick, by any possible means without the consent of the real owner. All of these things are as a result of lost. Lost is the cause of dominance. So the Britain, they have the spirit and attitude of dominance, just like those who are propagating the jihad, the Islamic jihad. It is about dominance, about who will take over others and subdue others. It's about subjugation. So that is not Christianity. So these are those who disguise themselves. These are armed robbers. They are thieves. They are colonizers. They are not Christians. So the genuine Christians, like myself, I don't subjugate anybody. I only tell people the truth. And they're looking for those who will adapt to the truth to work with. And that is the reason you can see that my video do not go viral, because in every 1 million people, only 1 or 2 can really accept the truth and stand by the truth. The truth is the slowest stuff that moves in the market of the world everywhere. So the world is in shambles because the majority of the people, even the leaders of this world, never want to adapt to the truth. Even most of the leaders around the world are not truthful. They speak the truth, they support the truth when it supports them. They stand against the same truth when the truth begin to expose their own effort and stand against them. So even if the world leaders can fight against the truth, then what do you think about the private citizens or the commoners from among the world? Hypocrisy of humanity is the greatest problem we are having. Hypocrisy of humanity based on the loss of humanity. These are the problems. So it is not Christianity, the problems of the world, the problems of Africa, the problems of the Biafra, the colonization is not about Christianity. No Christians imposed Christianity on Africans. Rather, the mafias of Europe disguised themselves to impose their colonization on Africa, claiming to be Christians. They supported Muslims, which we, a Christian, can never do. And all of you know that Christian can never do that. So I am letting you know that it is not the Christians, rather it is the evil ones and the misconception, then misnarration of Martin Americano, of entire IPOB, and the misconduct, misadventure of the colonizers. It is not it has nothing to do with the venture of Christianity. The venture of Christianity and we, the Christians, is about teaching the people the right thing, that leading the people the right way. And you can see that we are not even strong, or maybe even the majority of us are not even interested in the political contention and whatever. So the Christendom is just a different kingdom from political kingdom, from social kingdom. It is a kingdom of good morality and the spirituality between God and humanity. That is what Christendom is. That is the reason we are not politically conscious. We are not socially conscious, but we are wholly spiritually conscious. We are wholly attitudinal conscious. We are wholly virtue conscious. We are conscious developing humanity, to developing ourselves in holiness and righteousness with good attitude and sustaining the covenant relationship between God and humanity, and most pursuing the real purpose of God creating humanity, aimed at having our eternal heritage in God and leading many others into doing the same. So the way the Christian, the church, are innocent in regard to colonization, imposing whatever they call Christianity, which is not Christianity, on the Africans, or supporting the Muslim for jihad conquest. No, it is not our agenda. It is not a part of our practice. We have never supported it at any time, and we will never support it at any time. So may God bless you. As I've said, it is about the apostles. It is not about the truth. And Jesus Christ never sent them. We the Christians never sent them. So that is the reason I am doing what I am doing, to be educating the people more and more. Understanding and executing righteousness. Frederick Luther and his cohort never understood and execute righteousness. That is the reason their greediness led them into colonization, Islamization, and imposition of whatever. Then they are the part and parcel, and their operation are part and parcel of those Jesus has prophesied about, that in the end, what will signal the end time and his the second coming. So it is called the Olivet prophecy, Matthew 24. So you have to read them, understand them, be applying them, then be preparing yourself and be preparing your fellows with them. This is polygamy and its problems. Polygamy and its problems. Do you see? All we are doing is about finding the problem, discovering problems, and finding solutions to them. Different kinds of problems, troubling human society, and finding the solutions to those problems. As I've been saying, each family on all over the earth should be having at least one copy of each of my books. At least one copy, not just having them, be reading them, studying them, understanding the realities of life, and be applying it in their own home. When all of the families begin to know the truth and begin to face the reality of life, the world will automatically become a peaceful, amicable place to live in with fellow others. Greediness will go. All of those, the contention will go. By the grace of God, I live by example. So I have conquered my own greediness. So Jesus Christ, Christianity has shaped me, have formed me, have transformed me to if I will use the word position, to impose on me on how to live a contented life, to live within my means, to be creative, to be thinking on how to improve myself and progress beyond my current level. So that is how I've been doing. It is not about harming others. It is not about bringing others down for me to go on top. It is about me climbing by the grace of God from the level I was to the level I am, and from the level I am to the next level I am targeting at. And with my own effort combined with God's support. That is what Christianity is all about, and how to bring positive influence, positive change, to be creating positive impact in the life of other people everywhere around the world. Christianity is not discriminating. Rather, we are selective in righteousness. We do not allow the world to pollute us, and we do not hurt anybody. All we are saying is that forget that your ungodly system and join our own godly system. So may God bless you. May God bless you as you have listened to this video. It is all about educating the people, and we will continue to educate the people. I remain your servant, evangelist Inimakalu. Don't forget that those who may want to buy my books in the physical, my bookshop had been located at #1 Comprehensive Road, Ayuchobuago Street, Aba, Abia State, Nigeria. Then, anytime, any day, when you get to that place, then you see my books. Then I will be placing the phone number for the bookshop. From my next video, I'll try to place it regularly so that those who may call and get the place or order their own however means, then the books will be getting to them. Until we meet again,